Welcome. I would like to introduce Tyler Ferguson, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, as well as Aiden Evans, who will be performing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Good morning, guys. I never thought this would be the last time I'll get to say this. I never thought it would be this way, but I love you guys and I miss you guys. So, without further ado, good morning, Purvis High. It's a great day to be a tornado. Please stand for the pledge. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the Salutatorian for the Purvis High School class of 2020 with an overall GPA of 99.49, Mr. Owen Myatt.
It would be rather disingenuous to start this speech without admitting the truth of our circumstances. No matter our efforts to alleviate it, it is disappointing that 12 years of our lives ended in isolation and fear, rather than camaraderie and triumph as we all imagined. But there's still pride to be felt, certainly. We succeeded after all. We are high school graduates. But in spite of that, disappointment is likely either at the front or back of all of your minds at home. But there is one bright side, one piece of glory we can steal back from this crisis. We can all agree on this. We are historic. I wish to proclaim that the class of 2020, both in Purvis and throughout Greater America, is the most historic class to have lived up to this point, and will hold that title, for better or for worse, for years to come. Our class was born into a time of swift, violent, and unpleasant change. Many of us were born mere months or even weeks preceding and following the September 11th terrorist attacks, and never knew the world before them. For us, there is no other reality. Still, we kept moving forward. Furthermore, amongst our oldest memories, there is Hurricane Katrina. Winds rocking our homes, trees falling on our roads, and blackouts leaving us in the dark for weeks exist as formative memories, like learning to count past 20 and playing with friends. Can you blame us for feeling weary of bad weather? Still, we kept moving forward. No recounting of our childhood is complete without talking about the 2008 recession. We didn't understand why our parents were worrying about money, about jobs, about maybe even having to sell the house. We just didn't know. Still, we kept moving forward. Here we are, after living through 3 presidencies, 4 governorships, and an exceptionally deafening recent history. We stand at the epicenter of what may define the 21st century, COVID-19. How do we frame this crisis as a chance to change the world? Will this prove to be just another footnote in our baptism by fire? Or will this storm be truly unique in our history? The simplest questions are often the hardest to answer. How did we, as a class of less than 200, get to this point? And where will we go from here? My friends and my peers, I won't tell you that I have the answers you're looking for, but I do have hope. Faith even. Faith in each of you. I may be anxious about your health, your short-term choices, but I'm not really worried about any of you, because I know the class of 2020. Beyond being the most historic, this class is one of the strongest that has ever come through these halls. We have all suffered heavy losses in our lives. Some of it cut especially deep. Lost health, lost family members, lost trust in those who said you could always count on them. And each of us has made mistakes. Mine are countless to those that know me. But this isn't about me. Where lesser men and women would live their lives with regret and despair, this class, these men and women are stronger for it. You did not let your mistakes consume you, nor did you go about acting like they never happened. You weathered through these storms. You incorporated them into your character, and you made them fuel your lives rather than inhibit them. The strongest men and women I've ever met have come from this class. You've sat next to me in classrooms, at lunch tables, in buses, and in our cars and homes. Many of you have lost more than I'll ever truly understand, but you're stronger than I'll ever truly know either, because you are the gentlest souls I've ever met. You find the reason for everything in a world often deemed meaningless. You seek to understand the minds of those who give you grief, and you embody a helping hand to reach down and lift others from their darkest places when needed most. I rest easy, knowing you are the kind of people I can count on. Though my speech has been a clear statement of admiration and hope, I'd be losing a golden opportunity if I didn't offer each of you at home a goodwill challenge. I believe that everything we've endured in the last 18 years has indicated that historic events just seem to follow us around. I suspect it won't decline as we reach adulthood. But this time, it will be different. We are not the children we were before, and we will all be different, even stronger people when we have weathered through this storm. When the next historic event hits, we will no longer be passive recipients, but powerful and persistent characters in our own right. We will take control of the narrative, and we will steer the world into a brighter future. We will inherit the earth, not with a whimper, but with a thunderous uproar. My mission for you is quite simple. Keep moving forward. Use this event to feed your soul and let it drive you to make the world better than we've ever known it to be. Live with empathy, with deep thinking, and with kind hearts. The last 12 years have been a roller coaster, frankly, but these past 4 have been a genuine pleasure, up until the abrupt end. Godspeed, class of 2020. And thank you, friends, for showing me what real strength looks like. Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege to introduce the Purvis High School Valedictorian for the class of 2020 with an overall GPA of 100.66, Mr. Tyler Garrison.
Good afternoon. First, I would like to start off by saying thank you to my family, friends, and the Lord for everything they have done for me, especially my mother for always pushing me during class. I would like to begin my speech by saying that I would not want to be a part of any other class to walk the halls of Purvis High School. The class of 2020 will go down in history not only because of COVID-19, but because of the differences we made throughout our years. We have experienced many great things together and also fought through some challenges, and I'm proud to represent my class as valedictorian. Change is a frightening topic for most people. It is a shift from one thing to another. We are experiencing a huge change in our lives today. Life isn't the same as we know it. So what is the bright side of this? This time is going to mold us for the future. There are two aspects to change. There's the old and familiar, and then there's the new and challenging. Clinging to the old is the easy part, but stepping out into the new and making something of it is the hard part. Socrates once said, "The secret of change is to focus all of our energy not on the old, but on the new." Today, in our lives, we have a choice. We can push past COVID-19, or we can let it consume us. This brings me to my main point of where we are going. The easy answer for this is college, work, or the military, but there's a much deeper aspect to it. Today is the day that we are going to answer the where we are going question. We must take a look at ourselves and ask ourselves what we want to be. We have to ask ourselves if we want to make a difference or hide in the shadows. Now I would like to share a story of a young athlete with you. This young man was born in Cairo, Georgia, and he was a talented baseball player, but nobody would ever give him a chance. He was judged and ridiculed everywhere he went. He did not let it stop him, though. Although he may have been discouraged, he kept pushing. This young man began to excel at playing baseball, but something still was not right. Change was coming his way, and it was what he did with it that made him great. While playing baseball, he was scouted by a minor league team for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and soon after that, he began to play for them and then would go on to play for the real Brooklyn Dodgers. Joining a Major League Baseball team, great, right? Not for Jackie. He faced criticism like no other because of the color of his skin. Nobody saw the way he played. All they saw was how he changed the game. He persevered, and today, Jackie Robinson is known as one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He took a chance at a change in his life and made the best of it. He did not let the circumstances define him. He never gave up. He showed people that change can be a good thing. He worked hard and chose where he was going. Like Jackie Robinson, we are going to face adversity throughout our lives. We have to make sure that we use it to our advantage. We have to use it as motivation to keep pushing forward, making ourselves better in everything we do. Maya Angelou said, "If you're always trying to be normal, you will never know how amazing you can be." Why be normal? Change the way people look at you. Make them see what makes you great. Show them who you truly are. Today, we experience a change. We have completed high school and are going out into the real world. It is time to decide where we are going. We can go in many different directions, but we will always be bonded together with our high school memories. I wish each of you the best in everything that you do, and I hope you are headed to a successful and happy life. Let your true colors fly, and always remember, it's a great day to be a tornado. Thank you.
At this time, Mr. Logan Thornton will lead us in the benediction.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, each of us graduating from Purvis High School, thank you for giving us the talents, abilities, and self-discipline required for this wonderful accomplishment. We are grateful to you for providing the teachers, mentors, coaches, and counselors who have taught, nurtured, and challenged us along the way. Now that our minds have been well equipped with the basic knowledge of many different subjects, we pray that our hearts and spirits will also be fully prepared for successful living. We ask that you add heavenly wisdom to our knowledge and fill our ambitions and dreams with your love and guidance. Help us seek your goodwill for our future and remind us that you are always only a prayer away when we meet obstacles, heartbreaks, and challenges. Help us to be courageous enough to ask for help, advice, and support when we need it. May none of us ever needlessly suffer alone without reaching out to you and to others who care. As we become independent adults, may we learn the secret of dependence on you and bless us all as we begin this new journey full of joy and promise. Amen.
Before I present my remarks, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the students, parents, family members, superintendent, district leadership team, and school board members for their overwhelming support this school year. A special thanks goes out to the Purvis High School leadership team and our faculty and staff for their work with students and their families. Your commitment to success in every PHS student, both academically and socially, is truly amazing. First, let me congratulate the class of 2020 on reaching this accomplishment, graduating high school. This is the day you and your family have been eagerly waiting for, the day we celebrate your accomplishments, honor your courage, and challenge you to be the leaders of tomorrow. Total scholarship money awarded to the class of 2020 is $1,795,000. You, the class of 2020, have 20 of you graduating with high honors, 59 are graduating with honors, and 34 have the distinction as a Mississippi Scholar, and 21 are Mississippi Scholar Tech Masters. Your accomplishments will always be remembered at Purvis High School, and you should always be very proud of these. The most important message you must understand from this point forward is that you are 100% responsible for your life, the good and the bad. The success formula that I would like to explain this concept is this: E plus R equals O. E are the events in your life, plus R, the responses, how you respond to those events, equal the outcomes that will occur in your life. The basic idea is that every outcome you experience in life, whether it's a success or failure, wealth or poverty, wellness or illness, intimacy or estrangement, joy or frustration, is the result of how you have responded to an earlier event in your life. Likewise, if you want to change the results you get in the future, you must change how you respond to the events in your life. And that starts today. You can change your thinking, change your communication, change the pictures you hold in your head, your images you have of the world, and you can change your behavior, the things that you do. That's all you really have control over anyway. Take the COVID-19 events that you are going through at this time. You can steadily focus on how this has negatively affected you, or will you find the positive? Your attitude, actions, and words make a difference. They affect your environment and the people in it. That's why E plus R equals O is such a powerful tool, because it's not just about you. Your response is deeply personal and never private. Think about these things in your life: your attitude and energy at home, your emotions and communication at work and school, your mindset and demeanor on social media, your patience and perspective in public. When facing a difficult and unforeseen event, don't let yourself be overwhelmed or knocked off track by it. You need to be disciplined in how you respond to it. Carefully choose how you respond to events, how you choose to interpret events, how you choose to think about and talk about what happened, how you choose to act. If you want to achieve better outcomes, remember, you control your own destiny, so make it a fantastic one. Well done, class of 2020. Let me wish you all the best in the future. And at this time, I would like to welcome Ms. Tess Smith to offer her words of encouragement.
To the graduating class of 2020. When I first heard class of 2020, my first thought was, that's catchy. It'll be quite memorable. And it will be, for some great things. Students, I need you to understand that you will be remembered, but it will be with positivity and greatness. In education, we tend to do the same things we've always done, just because that's the way we've always done it, and that's not always right. In the last few months, you've taught us to approach education in new and different ways. We've had to embrace technology like never before, instill resources for you so we can make contact and continue your education. I know it's been difficult, students, but please know, when we think of you, we will remember you with fondness and greatness, and know that you improved us and the way we approach education. May you be blessed always.
We will now proceed to the presentation of the diplomas. Seniors, when your name is called, please walk across the stage to receive your diploma. Logan Michael Thornton, High Honors. Victoria Lynn Hagan, honors. Christopher Tyler Meeks, honors. Ethan Lamar Love. Sarah Renee Doty. Joseph Matthew Christopher Dukes. Leah Alexandra Bounds, honors. Aiden Jeffrey Summers. Jasmine Dawn Madison, with high honors. Madison Caroline Moak, with honors. Carson Gage Frazier, honors. Tyler Guy Ferguson, honors. Taya Lynn Latham. Brandon Devon Fairley. Congratulations. Logan Rance Cuevas, high honors. Hayden Cole Key. Dalton Brent Garner. Brantley Ray McDonald Smith. Amy Kate Trotter, honors. Jacob Stephen Villarreal, honors. Joel Austin Ford, honors. Jalen Janelle Martin, honors. Caleb Sanchez Page. Tyler Owen Lowe. Rebecca Joy Williams, high honors. Neely Suzanne Grover, high honors. Kaylee Madison Flint, high honors. Samuel O'Brien Roberts. Jared Michael Purvis. Hannah Elizabeth Nelson, high honors. Michaela Serenity Gibson, honors. Carly McKaylee Martin, honors. Hagan Tyler Tynes, high honors. Abram Joel Engel, high honors. Grant Aaron Chasson. Kaylee Megan Burkhalter, honors. Tamari Tremon Page. Alyssa Bridget Burrows, honors. John Kimball Debro, honors. Bailey Ann Belk, honors. Mason Connor Gerard. Isabella Maria Madden, honors. Brittany Paige Rogers, honors. Keandre O'Neill Rancifer. Jaquan Kendrell Rancifer. Nathan Stewart Emfinger. Matthew Corbin Blackwell, honors. Tanner Blaine Patton. Trevor Drew Johnson. Luke Thomas Jackson, honors. Dakota Clark Lee, honors. Good job. Congratulations. Thomas Peyton Sharp. Alexis Marie Eubanks. Ireland Brooke Allen Roberson, honors. Kaylee Marie Bennett, honors. Elizabeth Maria Kowalczyk, honors. Hannah Jean Zahetner. Congratulations. Tony Shrell Perkins Jr. Haley Faith Taylor, honors. Luke Larimore Holcomb, honors. Kayla Nicole Fisher, honors. David Layton Allen Cooper, High honors.
Taylor Lane Toland, high honors. Latavian Montrell Camp. Austin Wyatt Schwartz, honors. Dinah Jordan Pilot. Gunnar Kane Burkhalter. Bailey Madison Gray, high honors. Sarah Christine Ballard, honors. Jesse Cole Jenkins, high honors. Joanna Starr Nichols, honors. Elijah Bryce Peavy. Shelley Deshay Rare, honors. Sherry Renee Rare, honors. Bailey Alexandra Ladner, honors. Riley Diane Dubose, high honors. Candace Olivia Steele, honors. James Daniel Intrican, high honors. Alyssa Leanne Addison, honors. Ethan Quinn Rainey. John Wesley Green III, honors. Cheyenne Renee Roberts, honors. Matthew Cole Chabert. Wilson Legan Hannaford. Parker Asbury Bunnell. Zachary Graham Smith, honors. Haley Marie Crummel, high honors. Samantha Danielle Kelly. Carson Elizabeth Swear, high honors. Stephanie Diane Riles, honors. Jalen Sierra Lucas, honors. Brianna Lynn Lowe. Christian Michael Camfield, honors. Savannah Rain Cooper, honors. Jade McKell Morrell, honors. Dakota Bryce Altman. Kavoris DeAndre Devion Howard. Owen Thomas Myatt, Salutatorian, highest honors. Aiden Weber Evans. Lori Ann Steele, honors. Jalen Brooke Jones, honors. Jonathan Tyler Simmons. Lowry Nicolette Gibson, honors. Joshua Michael Judah, honors. John Tyler Garrison, valedictorian, highest honors. Cassidy Leanne Cowart, high honors. River Ryan Royals, honors. Lindley Page Knight, honors. Corey Lee McCaffrey. Callie Tate Williamson, honors. Lisbeth Denise Miranda, honors. Jose Ricardo Miranda, honors. Tyson Heath Harriel. Mason Lamar Smith. Eli Austin Barrett. Joel Gerald Hill IV. Ashton Tate Westmoreland. Bryson Eli Rowell, Honors. Allison Page Young, Honors. Kenneth Michael Gonzalez. Montero Latrell Ray.